How lovely to see you all, and you're welcome to another message from the Morning Man. Now, in my former life, I was an estate developer. I worked for a large company with offices across England. My employers were really big on capacity building. They sent us on all kinds of seminars and workshops to help us develop all kinds of skills, from problem solving and people management to teamwork and crisis management. Now, today I want to share with you one of the life-changing lessons I learned at one of these seminars. Let me set the scene. The credit crunch was raging across the Western world, and our company was going through some serious downsizing. People were being laid off at an alarming rate. There was an air of mistrust across the organization. Everyone was trying to secure their jobs, and people were stabbing each other in the back just to avoid the axe. Naturally, our customers were suffering as a result. Now, myself and 49 other managers were sent on a capacity building seminar in Hull. Now, as an icebreaker, the instructor led us through a rather interesting exercise. Now, she handed each of us a balloon and asked us to blow it up. Then she gave us all markers and told us to write our names on our balloons. All the balloons were collected and let loose in the next room, and the instructor then asked us to all enter the next room and try to find our balloons. You can imagine the chaos that ensued. For about 15 minutes, each of us scrambled around, grabbing and tossing back balloons, each person trying to find the one with their name on it. Many balloons got burst in the process, leaving a lot of people with nothing by the time the dust settled. The instructor then brought us all back into the main room and made each of us blow up a new balloon, write our names on it again, and again the balloons were placed in the next room. Again we were asked to retrieve ours, but this time she added one instruction. She said each of us was to simply grab one balloon, any balloon, and if it didn't have our name on it, just find the person it belonged to and give it to them. This time the entire process took 4 minutes. It was orderly and civilized. Not a single balloon got burst, and every one of us got our own. My dear friends, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that this exercise changed my life. You see, it illustrated a very important fact about being human. We are all born to pursue happiness, but the way we do it, that is what causes conflict, famine, corruption, discrimination, and all the ills that plague humanity. You see, that first chaotic attempt to individually find our own balloons was an illustration of how we often strive to secure our own happiness without any regard for the happiness of others. Very often here in Ghana, we seem to think that, to paraphrase Kwame Nkrumah, our own happiness is incomplete unless it is linked with the sorrow and misery and absolute destruction of our fellow citizens. Now, it is this attitude that is behind all of our land disputes, our office politics, our tribalism, our corruption, our nepotism, our mismanagement of state assets, our criminal waste of human and material resources, and of course, our winner-takes-all partisan political structure. We are a people with a communal culture, but our actions are individualistic. We are selfish in our pursuit of personal pleasure, gratification, to the detriment of other people's comfort and freedom. And even though this is not part of our national culture, it is somehow becoming a part of our national identity. The thing about happiness is that we are designed to give it. Or let me put it this way, our function as humans is to give happiness. Receiving happiness is nothing but a byproduct of giving it. If all of us were performing our core function of making others happy, then as you give happiness to someone, others will give happiness to you. Just like we did in the second balloon exercise. Our development as a people will come only when we stop fighting for ourselves and start fighting for each other. My name is Kojo Yankson, and my joy comes from giving. Maybe that explains why I'm always receiving. Good morning, Ghana folk.